You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
One day I'ma be rich enough to hire me 1,000,000 Georges.
Hey, we are back.
And then all in one day, I'ma fire 'em all.
That's just mean.
Yeah, except for the last George. You can't fire OG George.
OG George got to stay at all times. Any new Georges are always replaceable at any given moment.
You know you should have your own union of Georges.
That would be a thing.
You should.
Anyway.
You know, I'm
what?
trying to help you out.
Guess what, people? Hi, we're back.
Very green screen. We're very back. Ayy. We always doing new changes in this bitch. But we are back once again, like we always have been. Always will be. Until the end. Except, you know what I'm saying, those last couple holidays, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the year and shit when niggas need breaks.
Well, you know, any hard-working, respectable group of people deserves a break every once in a year. And just like yourselves, as we hope while you're taking your breaks, you're taking your time on that break to listen to this audio cocaine/ignorance that we present to you.
With a definite 100% stone of seal of approval of dopeness.
Word to every motherfucking alien you see when you take DMT.
Wait, hold up.
I gotta stop saying motherfucker in the beginning of the video.
Wait.
This shit gonna get us demonetized. Huh? Well, we not monetized.
Sam Jackson has made a career out of saying motherfucker, so can we. If he can do it, so can we.
But we gotta wait till like we 60 seconds in. It's not gonna help with trying to get monetized. Saying motherfucker.
Did you say motherfucker before we were 60 seconds in?
I don't know. We're like 2 minutes in now. Probably not. I might have said it at the beginning.
You might have said it like not 4 times, but
I'm sure. Well, it's good now. It's Hey, how you doing? What episode is this?
Episode 188. Who the fuck are you?
IB's once again back from hell. Really back from purgatory. I visited hell for a while. It wasn't fun. I got my money back and then took the trip back to purgatory. They invited me to heaven. I said, not yet. I'm saving that.
What happened to Valhalla?
Valhalla it gets old after a while.
Take an Uber?
I took an Uber. I had to go visit purgatory. I got friends in purgatory.
You took the Uber though.
Took my Ubers.
You could have saved so much money if you took a Greyhound.
I'm pretty sure I got a DUI, baby, when I was on the way back from hell, actually. But anyway, shout out to Valhalla still. Like I said, he's the one and only Busy 9-3. Your favorite motherfucker with the Kango on the motherfucking Kango Don, a.k.a. Kwame Khalifa. Some call me the Crooked Court Jester. Some call me the Tiki Torch Nazi Daughter Slayer. I gotta stop fucking that up. You know, Captain Dr. Science in the hoodie, no lab coat, because I'm on vacation, bitch. I might retire on your ass. Stop playing with me. I'm stressed out.
You can't retire. First off,
from science, not from this.
You're not a real doctor. So who cares? Hailing from the home of today, bitchin' bourbon, 50-cent margaritas, and cartel dealings. It's your A1 on the mic, motherfucking Jose Ortega, a.k.a. the one and only Zay Mysterio and shit. Mass coming soon. You don't even know when it's happening. But Mexican Jason and Zay Mysterio.
That's the verses you wanted but didn't know you needed and really don't.
We'll have a face-off for the mysterious case of money at the top of a ring.
That's in the bank, sir. It's called a Money in the Bank match.
There is no money in that motherfucker. At least if it is, it isn't real. But the matchup is coming.
Hey, ladder matches for everybody.
AKA
I condone it.
Joe Bonanno smoking Cohiba blunts at the Copacabana. Throwback. AKA Tequila Poppy, the one and only. Even though I'm drinking bourbon today, it is what it is. AKA Martin Quarantino. You know what I'm saying? AKA the one and only, the most dangerous, the prolificent, the magnificent Tito Lee. Whoa! AKA the reason your girl has whiplash, had to bring the old throwbacks on you. AKA 2021 or Ortega. AKA the improper disciple. AKA Debo, yo, AKA. Even though we ain't Debo in this niggas no more. In this episode 188 Non-Millennial Podcast, House of Spades Media, we in this bitch. What's good?
Just another day, another dollar, another hoe I'm trying to make holler, you feel me?
You not Maul. Don't pull that shit with me. What's up?
When did Maul ever say anything like? Anyway, shit, I don't know, nigga. Where you want to get started? There's a lot of shit to talk about.
You want to talk about your mans? You want to talk about your mans? Matter of fact, I got somewhere I want to start because
let's do it.
Apparently, there's a part of Negatum, and even if you're not black, you are a part of this subsection that we're talking about right now. You are a part of Negatum that was, I guess, currently upset at the fact that low top Air Force Ones are now $100 when they used to be $90.
Don't you dare shit or spit on the culture like that, nigga. Respect what it is. All Air Force Ones are $100 now, and I don't like it. The streets don't like it.
Wait, so my mid tops went to $100?
You shouldn't like it either.
My mid tops are $110, so it's like I was already paying that. I was paying $20 over.
Hey, maybe it is the lows. Even if it is the lows,
it has to be the lows because if we talking about right now,
I don't know.
We going from 110 to 100 for the mid tops, nigga. We winning. Niggas like me, we winning. I don't know about you low top niggas. But I'm gonna tell you about us mid top niggas.
Mids on the forces.
We winning.
A cop out.
What the fuck you mean?
I feel like. Anyway,
what you mean?
Lows are highs, nigga. Anyway,
you ever seen a nigga run a 40 and some mid top Air Force Ones, nigga? That nigga's the fastest nigga on earth, nigga. That is how Usain Bolt trains for the for the Jamaican Olympics every time.
Usain Bolt trains in Timberlands. Stop it.
He trains in Air Force Ones. And as soon as
it's too light on his feet to train in something that shitty. He's training with steel boots on. Timberlands.
No.
The wheats.
No. He's not a wheat person.
Yes, he is.
No.
When it comes to training.
You know damn well he's a burgundy person.
He put a burgundy out for the bitches.
No, he put a burgundy out for the training because it's not the wheats.
Nah. I feel like Puma
and the
Under Armour
and the black ones would like blend in with his feet already.
I feel like Puma Under Armour be stressing them so much as it is about wearing merch and, you know what I'm saying, promoting the brand. Just
so you
being
wearing Timbs?
In training, you got to rock the Timbs. He's a runner.
Patrick Beverly
What's the
rocking
best
the
way
Timbs?
to run other than in boots?
You right. I'm not.
From training to be one of the best runners in the world, I'm running the heaviest shoes I can.
I'm just saying.
Get my pickup right. Like,
am
I tripping?
Saying,
like,
I know a lot of trap niggas who've made it an escape from the police.
You gotta do hurdles, nigga. You gotta do hurdles.
Ones.
Hurdles.
And you take some Air Force Ones away from them niggas, give them a pair of Kobe's.
Hey,
the fastest
I'm
niggas
not
you ever seen in your
hurdling
life.
in Air Force Ones, nigga. You lose the shoe real quick. Any nigga that ever did a hurdle over the fence running from the police in the hood has lost a shoe before if he was in Air Force Ones, especially lows and mids, nigga. Jordans.
You know what? That was the last pair of Adidas I did. The last pair of Adidas I did buy. I lost that and
running from the police.
Yeah, ran.
Any shoe. See,
I didn't even get to the gate yet.
Shoes,
I ran right out of the fucking shoe, and like in mid stride.
And maybe this is a conversation for
never bought a pair
time,
of Adidas ever since.
But there is such a thing as a street nigga certified shoe. You gotta have the right shoe. Sometimes you should train in Timberlands. Street niggas train in Timberlands in the winter. We will stomp you out, motherfucking. Sometimes you gotta rock the motherfucking Air Maxes because those are honestly the best to run from the police in. The forces are the forces. Jays. If you can cross a nigga over, you can run from a nigga. I don't know, man.
On the real, I think if we're gonna be real, and this may be a biased opinion or no, but the nylon fabricated Corteza, I think, would be
that's another good one.
Probably the best overall to run from the police in.
That is a good West Coast runner.
Yes. It's lightweight.
Shout
it's not
to the LA niggas.
It's not as heavy as the leathers. You know what I'm saying? My LA niggas know. Matter of fact, probably a couple of you niggas that ran away in some Kung Fu Kennies. Y'all already know.
Running away in the Kung Fu Kennies, you are completely missing the message of the Kung Fu Kennies.
No, you got the message, nigga. You just out on the street still.
You just
nigga.
gang.
Yeah, you just gang. Why you hating on some ways a nigga life is, nigga? Who is you? Why you judgmental?
I don't know. That's judgmental. I'm just
judgmental
concerned. I want you to do better. Just like Kendrick wanted you to do better when you purchased those shoes, nigga. Nike didn't give a fuck. I feel like Kendrick.
I'm about to say, how you think he got the shoes, nigga? Them shits ain't cheap, nigga. You had to slang. You had to be out here on this block.
You right.
You had to rep that flag.
But did you really do all that? So naturally you will pull out the Cortez, you know, the Kung Fu Kenny Cortezes when you trying to stroll. You ain't doing that when you at work.
Nah. But sometimes shit get wild outside of the motherfucking swap meet and shit, and you know what I'm saying? Somebody come through with that yapping and go whap, 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 and you got to run. And what better off to be in than some Kung Fu Kennies? Just saying.
Like I said, that's a conversation for another time. I feel like the street nigga certified shoes are and always will be classics, and those of us that know what that. Hey, you know what?
Shout out to all the niggas in the 90s Bronx that was getting away from the police and the fucking K-Swisses.
You talking about the 90s? I'll take you back even further. This is how far back my knowledge of renegade street niggas is. Rockports.
Ooh.
What y'all know about them? You think your granddad just wear them for nothing? No, he might need to get low one day.
Yeah, the Rockports was
nigga.
Rockports
you never know.
Official. Rockports was official. No lie. Hey, got one for you. The classic Reebok.
With the British joint on it, the British flag on it,
with the gum,
solid shoe,
the gum bottom, the gum
solid
sole.
shoe.
I'm just saying,
solid shoe.
I'm just saying.
Like I said, this is a conversation for another day. The point of the matter is, motherfucking Air Force Ones are $100 a pop now, children, and we don't like it. We don't respect it. We don't condone it. And Nike, we're protesting.
Matter of fact, my vote green.
You still send it back, but we are protesting. Just like that.
My vote green.
We still gonna pay it.
2006.
But we're protesting silently. And in your face.
Air Force Ones with low tops, and those was like 105, 110. And that was 2015 when I bought those. So
I guess that was the point I was kind of getting to.
But what I'm saying is,
but with my own point, I mean,
if you was already someone like myself, who I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real, America and world. I'm gonna buy a new pair of Air Force Ones. White and black. New pair of Cortezes, white and black. New pair of Air Maxes, white and black, every single year. For the rest of my dying days. You are not going to catch my ass in a pair of motherfucking Uncle Nikes. You will never, ever in my lifetime,
after a certain age,
catch me in the Uncle Nikes.
After a certain age, if your Nikes,
you know what you know,
look a certain way, like you can't, you know that's a strong mantle to take. That's a very low hill to die on. If you walk out the house with your Nike Air Force Ones, black or white, dirty at any time, you are subject to a "what are those" by whatever generation is currently frying niggas.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm just, as long as you know.
Oh, duh.
Because if you do that, you gotta, color waves are a thing. You can branch out.
Oh, but 100%. I always branch out. But the solids always will be the solids, bro. I'm always gonna step out in a pair of Raider.
I don't need that many
Cortezes.
of the solids, I guess.
I'm always gonna in a pair of Raider Cortezes. I'm always gonna step out in a pair of them. Always. Raider football. God damn it. In the playoffs. But anyway.
Thugs.
You know what I
mean? They're all thugs.
We are. And that's why we're gonna win. That's why we're gonna win it all. This is me on my fandom shit.
Ronald Reagan couldn't reel these niggas in.
You got your whole 39 minutes of fame with this Spider-Man shit. I'm riding this goddamn Raider wave to the end of the shores. God damn it. We here with the motherfucking ghost of Al Davis, and we here to take the bitch.
Nigga said the ghost of Al Davis.
We are here to take the bitch. I'm telling you, right
Shut
now.
The fuck up.
Right now. Right now. Right now. We in Vegas, but we still live in Oakland, baby. We already know it's that love. The black hole, baby.
Yeah, it is the black hole.
The black hole, nigga.
Niggas go in that bitch and get lost like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Lose your fucking mind.
We got all the cocaine. We got all the drugs. We got all the bitches. We got all the gambling. Look, we got all the football. We got all the hate. And the hate is all you need to win. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yikes.
Think about your grandparents that's living forever. That's super long. Bet you they holding grudges. Bet you they are. They hate something. They hating. They hating. Hate keep you alive. Hate.
All I'm saying is this. I remember a time when Air Force Ones was $75.
They not no more.
I could walk into a Foot Locker. Right, I could walk into my local. Let me explain this to you. This is where I come from. I could walk into my local Foot Locker, which was right next to my local Blockbuster and Hollywood Video.
Shout out to Mobile T Plaza.
You know what it is. Motherfucking, I could walk.
And it was a Hollywood Video, not a Blockbuster. But just saying.
No, at one point there was a Blockbuster and a Hollywood Video right next to each other. I stayed in HP my whole life. Right next to each other, there was a Hollywood Video. Before that EB Games was EB Games, that building.
It was Game
or
something.
Game
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that Game Crazy was there,
Yeah.
that whole side of the building was Blockbuster.
Where that Hollywood Video won the gang war.
Yeah.
Oh.
In HP.
Hey.
In HP they did. Shout out to Hollywood Video, my nigga Jason, the fat nigga we used to rent videos from. George, remember him?
Too.
You remember the fat nigga?
Yeah.
Yo, that was shout out to Jason,
Shout
my
out
nigga.
Jason, yo. Yeah.
Shout out my nigga Jason, bro.
Yo, if you
fat
watching
white
this,
nigga with a ponytail,
yeah,
bro.
If
Used to
you
rent out
watching
the
this
videos.
shit, like, yeah, nigga, we grown now, nigga. We ain't gotta rob you no more.
That motherfucker got to be about what? He was like, we was 13. That nigga had to be about 30. So that nigga got to be about going on 50 something by now.
We old now.
He got to be
You know
late
you almost
40s,
30.
mid 50s. That's what I'm saying. He got to be late. Oh yeah, shizzy. Yeah. I don't know. He might have just been one of them.
What you gonna do
I
when
don't
you're
know.
30?
Shout out to Jason, man. Huh?
What you gonna do when you're 30?
Thinking about that. What am I doing when I'm 30?
Win, lose, or draw?
What you mean? You mean like if I die, nigga? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, like if you up, down, or you just in the midst of where you want to be. Win, lose, or draw.
Well, I don't believe I'll be down. I believe there will only be up or in the middle.
You shouldn't believe you should be down.
Well, I don't think there's even a situation where I'm down. I think I'm only in the middle or up.
Well, nigga,
So
answer the fucking question.
that was my answer. I'm in the middle or I'm up.
Where? So you in the middle or you up on 30?
Either one.
All right, that's
It could be either one.
okay. All right,
It could be either one.
all right.
I could be in the middle. I could be up.
So
if I'm up, I'm up.
while
If
we
I'm
just-
in the middle, I'm in the middle.
while we were speaking on sneakers, and I did mention that I would never buy another pair of Adidas in my life after that one popped off my foot in mid-stride when I was running from the police, and I've stuck to that ever since. Why your man's Jesus hitting people?
Sometimes you hit niggas, man. Sometimes, even
Nah.
though you one of the richest black men on earth,
Nah,
you gotta let niggas know you still from Chicago.
nah,
You gotta let niggas know, hey,
nah.
I ain't no cuck out here, bro. I
It's you.
might be crazy,
It's you.
but I'm crazy, nigga. I'm not like crazy, stupid crazy. You know what I mean? I'm stupid, but I ain't stupid.
I'm say these.
What did he hit the nigga for? Because you the one that brought this story to my doorstep.
They didn't say why they hit him or why he was struck, the person that was. But
because if Kanye hit you, you gonna press charges. Ain't no, I'm not pressing.
No.
Kanye punch you in the face, you not pressing charges?
No, I'm gonna look Pusha T in his face in the midst of the fight because he was there, and I'm gonna be like, look, you know how Virginia would handle this. If you don't move, I'm gonna have to handle this like North End Harlem would. So
I don't think bringing Virginia into it is fair, personally.
So
I don't think that's fair.
I'm gonna have to act North End Harlem if you don't move. Period. I don't believe in suing niggas. I don't really believe in suing niggas over fistfights because we're in a position where we can handle this, whether we homies at the end of the day or whether we not homies at the end of the day. We can handle this situation, whether we agree, disagree, or whatever, with fists. We can choose to handle that.
Yeah.
Don't step in. Don't stop it. Nobody stop it. I don't give a fuck if you security, whatever. Even if it's your job that is security. This may be something we gotta do. 100%. We gotta do it.
All right.
Don't stop nothing. That's me. I'm not a sue you for having a fist fight type person. Even if you a bitch ass nigga and you pop me and your security grab me before I fuck your ass up, I'm still not gonna sue you. I see you again when I see you, and then I'm a sucker punch you. But we are in this position where we can solve something simply. I do not put Kanye West, your man's Jesus Christ, out of the realm of talking to people disrespectfully. All know that he has. Now,
I believe that's a fair assessment.
If you are someone that is flying with the biggest of motherfucking owl wings, and you like, OV, oh nigga, I'm not taking no bullshit from you. And then you whoop and then you decided like, all right, nigga, what's up? What's up? And then Kanye, bap, pops you. Well, now you and then his security, when you admit like, oh, I'm about to blow this nigga shit out, and they grab you. I can see if you overly prideful nigga, but you're not a street nigga, you would say, yeah, I'm gonna sue that motherfucker for punching me in the eye. I, on the other hand, I see you when I see you, and when I see you, you ain't gonna see me, and I'm a sucker punch the shit out of you.
I feel like Kanye, for the type of person we talking about, that Kanye may or may not have assaulted or battered.
Battery. That's the only reason I call it a punch in the face. I'm not gonna call it assault because assault in my head implies
you
more.
The nigga ass.
You
beat the shit out of somebody.
You implies more than one hit. Battery is like
I punched you and you got mad.
Yeah, like they imply that with assault and battery, which usually means you got punched in the eye and then you got robbed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Usually or some shit like that. But yeah, you probably got punched in the eye and now you mad because you couldn't defend yourself. Because you know Kanye traveling around with a bunch of yes men and security. It's Kanye West. He a billionaire. He ain't traveling around
Fox
naked.
You can't just be looking like a bitch in front of Julia Fox. That ass too fat.
P. Davis gonna fuck her too.
Hey, look. He can have Kim.
Look, Pete Davidson.
I'm mad Kanye
is what you call. He's a vulture. He's a scavenger.
No, bitches really like Pete Davidson.
He's a scavenger. He's one of the pros.
How you a scavenger when bitches is scavenging you?
Watch this out.
How does that work?
Watch this out. There's high protection right now. You know why? Because I'm high and I'm delivering high shit right now. So, your man's Colson is engaged in Megan Fox, right? Right now.
Making good.
Megan Fox.
thought it was Megan Good.
Megan Good is the black one.
I know.
No.
I thought he left Megan Fox with Megan Good.
No.
Oh.
What the fuck? Shut up. Anyway.
You act like Megan Good don't fuck white dudes. The fuck? Like I'm the weirdo for saying that.
You the weirdo for thinking that she fucking MGK.
Is
Colson.
that really out of her realm of white dudes to fuck?
Yes, Colson.
Megan Good. The girl that draws on her eyebrows. Really?
Tattooed on. Real big shit. Real shit. That's that real hood rat shit. What you know about that? What you know about that?
That's my point.
What you know about that? Drop Top Wop know what that's about. East Atlanta Santa know what that's about. Boosie Badass know what that's about. Nigga.
Stop implying Megan Good offered her pussy to all these ignorant niggas.
Probably did. I would say Kevin Gates. You know what? 2015 Kevin Gates.
Megan Good ain't fucking no nigga that jump on stages like that.
What, 2015 Kevin Gates?
No, 2020. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Motherfucking doing unicorn jumps in the air. Fuck out of here.
So is Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson would never.
Yes,
And this is, I would never say that.
Does it sound bad that I wish I could be the pusher man that could be like, so I know you sober, but this cocaine I got. You want some?
That's pretty fucked up.
Look.
I like Pete.
Why? Rest in peace, Mac Miller. Why?
What did that have to do with anything?
It has everything to do with everything, nigga. Why? Why?
Okay, look, you can't even take it there though because you know how I feel about that.
It's there,
so you
motherfucker.
can't. You know how I felt when Mac did that, so you can't even take it there with me. You can't even take it there with me.
It's there, nigga. It's there. It's
Look.
there. It's all the way there.
Look.
Nah. Fuck that shit. I've been said it 1,000 times on this podcast. You are not going to stunt around my motherfucking ex around in my face like you the happiest little motherfucking elf. And this is going to be like, yeah. And I'm cool with that shit. When we Mac Miller fans, what side are you on?
Look,
what side?
See, that's the thing about Pete.
There is no thing. There is no thing.
Listen. That's the thing about Pete.
I'm glad you ain't got no flag because it would be so hard to fucking have this
niggas.
conversation about like we gotta go ride now.
Listen.
We gotta go ride on this nigga.
Listen.
And you like nah. Like I fuck with this comedy. What?
Listen.
What?
Pete is one of them niggas that you oddly feel sorry for him.
I don't.
But you end up liking. And I say feel sorry for him because he looks like he's in a constant state of depression, which is weird. I don't know why.
That's because of the drugs.
I'm sure it might have a bit to do with that.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
But at the same time,
Rest in peace, Rick James.
Pete's one of those people. It's like
He's not.
Do you kill him?
No, you don't kill him.
Right. So when he snatches Ariana from Mac,
But
what
do
you
beat?
do?
But here's the thing.
When
though.
he snatches
but
Kim
here's-
from Kanye,
But do you
what
beat
do
his ass?
do?
But do you beat his ass?
If I'm Mac Miller, rest in peace to the guy. Yes, you gotta beat his ass. Shout out to Kanye. He just put out a new song. The nigga said, "Motherfucking I only bought a house across the street from Kim so I could beat Pete Davidson's ass." That's a direct quote.
Saha wrote that.
I haven't heard the song, so I don't know how it rhymes, but that was the bar.
Saha wrote that.
That was the punchline, I guess. No. It wasn't. I bought the house across the street. It was God let me survive the crash so I could beat Pete Davidson's ass. That was the bar. That's what it was.
Saha wrote that. Matter of fact, no.
I'm mad you think Saha still keeps in touch with that nigga like that.
Saha's money comes from the fact that he writes for Kanye.
I think that is disrespectful to Sci-Hi.
It's
actually.
not disrespectful to Sci-Hi.
I
Sci-Hi
think it
would
is.
fucking agree. You know why?
I
Because
feel like he would agree with a portion of that.
Look,
but not
look. I am a Sci-Hi
100%.
fan. I am. You know how much of a Sci-Hi fan I am? I will tell you how much. God damn it.
Not enough to credit him with his own work.
Look, I am so much of a Sci-Hi fan. I will give him credit for shit that he hasn't even done because he's having success. Kanye West is having success. Because I know the only way that he really has true success is if he uses said Sci-Hi, the Prince, to write his records.
I wonder if Sci-Hi contract is every 10 Kanye albums he writes,
probably
he can
better than
release
Big
one
Sean's.
album. You said it's better than who?
It's better than Big Sean's. I'll tell you that shit right now.
Kanye's album?
No. I'm not saying that I'm not saying the albums is better. What I'm saying is Sci-Hi the Prince's contract is probably better structured than Big Sean's.
That. I'm talking about in terms of what the fuck. Well, no, that's the opposite of what I'm saying.
Really?
I bet every 10 Kanye, I bet Sci-Hi gets to release one solo album as Sci-Hi the Prince for every 10 Kanye albums he writes.
Well, Kanye is for some reason. Well, Kanye has a forever deal that he signed on some stupid shit. So therefore, he has to fulfill his forever deal. And since and this is me.
He renegotiated that shit.
This is personally me. This is me. This is me. Someone who is in a process of constructing a project myself. With the effort that I'm putting into it, just in beginning stages, if success came after that, I could never see myself looking at either you or George or Joker or Seanzy or anybody else and saying, I need you to write me some bars. I would feel sick to my stomach facilitating what I'm supposed to do as an MC to someone else. That's how I
think you're taking being an MC a little too literally. If you feel the need to even ask that question to somebody, then you already know. No, but I'm saying if you feel the need.
I'm like a traditionalist to it.
If you're a writer and you feel the need to ask other people to do your songs, that's either A, because you want other ideas and you want new input on your shit before you put it out so you can craft it how you want to craft it, or you just too busy and you just gotta have niggas give you concepts and then you just play off concepts.
Nah, nigga.
Which I think that's more fun, honestly.
Nah,
but that's just the artist in me. I think that's just fun.
I was saying, because
I don't care about really how the world looks at it in terms of fans.
Like Ice Cube exists to me.
Yeah.
So it's
and so does Eazy-E.
Yeah. But Ice Cube, yeah, he released music. He did other, you know what I'm saying? Shit past and through his acting career. But when it came down to when he wanted to release an album, release a project, he did what he did when he did it.
Ice Cube was one of them niggas that got into the habit of writing all the time. And I say writing all the time, I mean like writing all the time in terms of like writing for other niggas, writing for us. I think there's probably a good 15, 20 years of Ice Cube's life where all he did was write songs for himself and other niggas.
And that's greatness. And that's greatness.
They all weren't hits.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think that Ice Cube is that person that's going to look at it at a certain point like, yeah, maybe for this next album, I need to consolidate this job to, or at least the writing structure to someone else.
I feel like that doesn't. Nah. I feel like that doesn't really say as much about an artist as niggas like to make a fuss about it, like on Twitter and shit. Like I feel like that's a Twitter argument.
No.
Real artists ain't sitting up arguing about, you don't go into the studio with like fucking Beyonce and be like, bitch, you ain't even write this. You don't do that.
That's not what you do, though.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you there to fucking, it don't matter how the song get made, you there to make greatness.
Yeah, but that's not what Beyonce hails herself on. I think that's a part of.
Well, we're not talking about what the artist held himself on. We're talking about what the reception of what the artist tells himself on.
But what I'm saying is that holds a weight, because it's you can be a consumer and be like, oh, I'm judging this artist on that, but that's not what they do. So, like, for example, you could go into a movie like, oh, I'm taking my children to go see Django, and it's supposed to be a great take on what slavery would have been like if the blacks would have attacked back or whatever, or stood
Anybody
up.
going to see Django under that guise in terms of context, you already going to see it from a fucked up point of view.
What I'm saying is, yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. But my point is like, all right, you can go in and with all the positivity in the world that this is going to be great for your kids and children to see for a historical reason, whatever you've made up in your mind. But it doesn't mean that that's what it's really going to be when you actually watch it.
That's true. The Lion King was a disaster.
No, the Lion King was no.
The live action one, of course, not the original. Live action.
You know why I'm going to say neither? And I'm glad you actually said that, because this is something I can talk about that's current tip for me to my life today. So I was with my kid earlier, and I'm watching SportsCenter on my tablet and shit. My daughter's like, I want to watch Lion King. I want to watch the new one. I was like, why? But, my daughter's 4. So I turn on the new Lion King for her and shit, and she starts watching it. She all into it. And I'm realizing, just like when I watched the movie when it first came out in theaters, a lot of these frames are the exact same frames that they use just in the cartoon version, our version of the Lion King. So for a new kid,
that's the point.
Yeah. So for us saying it's trash, we could say it's trash all up and down till we blue in the face. The new modern day child is looking at movies and shit in a different fucking light than we did.
No shit. I still think maybe it's just the 90s kid in me. I feel like animated anything is better. Especially when you're talking about kids. Animated anything is better.
I don't agree with that.
Even as an adult, I'm more prompt to watch your shit if it's animated than if it's just. Well, if it's live, like people and shit, it's like, all right, well, what's the story? Is it good? Like, I'm paying attention to different shit than if it's animated, I guess. So maybe I just like animation that much, but it's.
I think you do, because to me, I don't really like animation that much as an adult.
I think I like it more as an adult than I did as a child.
For me, I think what matters to me is always good story. I don't care how it really looks.
I feel like
as long as good story matters.
I feel like more animated. I feel like animated shit has more good stories.
I can't even say that.
Whether you're talking about South Park, Archer, anime, whatever.
I think we've also come up in this what the fuck?
Nigga phone just started playing the piano riff. Randomly.
I really got lost for a second. I was like,
that sounded like the beginning of what's that Imagine Dragons song that in the dark.
I don't know.
I forgot the name of that shit. Man.
I don't listen to Imagine Dragons, but it really fucked me up for a second, because once upon a time when I used to go to therapy, there was always very solemn music playing in the lobby, and it took me back.
What weird therapist office did you go to?
One that tried to keep you calm.
Yeah, mine tries to keep me calm too. They don't fucking play weird fucking calming music. That would creep me out.
So calming music don't keep you calm? Doesn't that make you
weird? If I walk
weird?
into my therapist's office, it is calming music playing in the lobby, and it's me and 3 other people sitting in the lobby looking disheveled, waiting for our therapist. No, that doesn't calm me down.
Fuck no. But calming music does calm me down. It has a great effect on me. Music has a high effect on me. Probably, if anything else, other than cinematically. It's therapeutic. But
I feel like I'm getting more into movies, so I don't know. I'm getting more into movies for the aspect of kind of like what you just said, like just it's more of a therapeutic thing. Like I like just sitting, losing myself in a movie. Or that's why I get mad sometimes. It's a movie where I'm like, all right, man. Like if it's eye roll moments in a movie, I'm like, yeah, because it kind of takes you out of the world.
If I'm here, I'm here. When it comes down to movies, there's very few movies that I've walked out of where I didn't see when I purchased a ticket. And usually when I did, I was 9 times out of 10 right. Love Guru was one of them.
Was that a good or bad movie?
Terrible. It won multiple Razzie Awards, I believe.
I saw it in theaters when it came out.
It was terrible. I walked out on it.
I remember being young enough to not get the jokes when it came out. Like I remember being young enough to like not understand everything that was like
I understood the jokes.
the sexual shit of it. Like, because I'm pretty sure I was a virgin when that movie came out, so it's like I didn't really understand. What year did that movie come out? Like 2008, 9.
9.
Yeah, I was still a virgin. So,
yeah.
well, a virgin in the sense of a virgin. Like, so, yeah, it was more so like a thing where I remember watching it and not knowing if it was good or bad because I didn't get all the jokes. And then I heard everybody talk about it was bad, and I was like, I never rewatched it. So
I kind of wanted it to
be.
be Austin Powers because it was Mike Myers.
I think that's what everybody expected too.
It was worse than that. So yeah, I understood why it was bad. But yeah, I walked out of that. What the fuck movie was that? World of the Lost, I think. Some shit with fucking Danny McBride and Will Ferrell in it and shit. I walked out of that. I only got some pussy after that one. That one was memorable. Yeah. Spider-Man 3 the second time because I realized that
went to see that twice.
I had to make sure that it wasn't just me spazzing.
I saw that once. I was like,
yo.
I was a kid and I was like, this is not good.
Max Payne.
Not good.
Yeah, that shit was terrible.
That was a letdown because that was
Very
one of
much,
those movies
very
where it was
much,
like after
very
playing
much.
the game so much,
Yeah,
it was
Max
like, oh,
Payne
the
2
movie
was
is gonna be fucking
fire.
dope. Nah, that was a great
Like
video
low key,
game
Max
series.
Payne was like one of the greatest storylines. That
Video game movies have been historically fucking trash though.
Yeah,
until up to recently.
But it's one of those that is like the storyline of the movie of the game Max Payne. I almost wish it wasn't a game, so they didn't fuck it up because I believe it would have been
like the game is almost a movie.
Yeah, that's what gets you into the first Max Payne. Like it's like I'm like the game is how deep that storyline is. Like nigga, you gonna kill my bitch?
Yeah,
and you gonna kill
You're trying
me?
to solve the murder, and then you keep having this weird little freak out thing. That shit was cold. Especially our OG Xbox. I remember that shit, bro. That shit was crazy.
Shit, I was on the P2 at that time, nigga.
Speaking of OG Xboxes, this isn't on the docket, but R.I.P to Xbox One, man. They stopped producing them bitches now. The one that like the one I just had that just died. R.I.P my Xbox. They stopped producing the Xbox One S's and One X's, or the new one is the Series. So
Series S and Series X.
That's the new ones.
Yeah.
So the Xbox One S and Xbox One X, they stopped making officially.
Yeah, nigga, you ain't know that shit.
It just happened today.
Yeah, nigga.
Or yesterday or something. But anyway, circling back to what we was talking about with being in the studio with niggas. How you feel about Kanye being in the studio with AB?
I don't. I think trash is being made in progress.
I feel like AB gonna let you niggas know how he really feel. And you see Tom Brady came out and said earlier today, hey, actually, I did try to get that nigga some more money. I got Gronk $500K. I got that nigga $250. How did I not try to help you, nigga?
Look, my nigga, I'm going to say is these. I don't care how AB feel about nothing at all. Like, I just don't care.
I don't feel bad for AB.
The day
I don't care how you feel about shit.
The day I will consider caring is not even a guaranteed of care. A consideration of care is when T.O. makes it into the Hall of Fame. That's when I have a consideration of care.
This nigga.
But
bro.
But
I'm talking about just as the nigga being himself.
I don't care about him.
I'm saying, like, I care about him in the sense of
I don't.
I hope he figures this shit out.
I don't.
Figures out the fuck he doing.
I don't give a fuck.
Because I feel bad for niggas. I feel like he gets treated
no, there's other
wrongfully
niggas,
sometimes.
No, there's other niggas that's hungry that want that job. So
that's true. But
it.
That's true too. That's the problem. It's like that's true too. And the way you acting is like, all right, I get the other side
you
where niggas is like, nigga, you ain't gotta be here.
You gonna shit on an entire motherfucking slab of opportunity, nigga, that nobody else was fucking giving you. Nobody else was gonna give you this opportunity.
Now you in the studio with Kanye.
All right. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with all these niggas, man. All right, look.
R.I.P. Bob Saget.
You know, fuck that shit right now.
Hey, no, whoa. That will not be tolerated.
I got some smoke for him too, and you gonna tolerate it.
Bob Saget?
Yes.
How you got smoke for Bob Saget?
I got smoke for everybody today.
Who got smoke for Bob's?
I got smoke for Bob Saget. Sit down real quick.
I'm sitting. I'm trying to hear what the fuck you talking about.
Listen to some Marshall real fast.
I'm trying to listen to you. Let's get to this smoke with Bob Saget. Excuse me.
Oh, you want to get to the Bob Saget
I
smoke?
want to get to that first. R.I.P. Bob Saget, the legend of God.
To who?
Mostly every comedian ever. And mostly anybody that grew up in the 90s and early 2000s watching AFV and or Full House. Fuck is you talking about? You know what guy I'm talking about, right?
Nigga, you watch Full House?
No, I watched AFV growing up. I love his comedy. His comedy is the best thing he did. Have you ever seen a Bob Saget comedy special?
He's not funny.
Have you ever seen a Bob Saget comedy special?
Did I? I'm not saying
he's
I'm not saying
funny,
that. We're
saying
tell
me if you watched it or not.
Yes, I'm not
niggas
giving
say
that.
Niggas ain't funny and don't watch their specials all the time.
We like the shit in Pasadena.
I'm about to. I'm trying to ask you.
Shit.
This motherfucker sleep anyway.
Wake up, nigga. Anyway. Yes, I'm not going to comment on something I haven't seen. I would have said no. But, yes,
his
he's not
specials
funny.
are fucking hilarious. That nigga's hilarious.
Bro.
What is your smoke? How do you have smoke with Bob Saget? What did he do to you? What? Put your phone on vibrate. I told you put it on D&D, nigga.
See, my therapist would say to me right now that you being overly volatile, meaning me, as far as my beef with Bob Saget. And she probably would be right. But I don't give a fuck because I didn't watch Full House.
You mad this nigga said in Half Baked he sucked dick for coke? What are you mad about?
Well, maybe he did suck dick for coke.
He told you he did.
Well,
in Half Baked, he said,
you
addicted to marijuana?
Yeah. And
that's his only line.
And
what you mean that's the funniest thing he said in the movie?
And I'm saying of all time. Because like dude was like,
I'll possibly give you that.
And dude was like,
I will give you that.
I seen him.
Like possibly the funniest thing he did ever say. But
it was like marijuana is not an addiction,
jokes.
Man. I used to suck dick for coke. He was like,
you ever suck dick for marijuana?
He's like, damn. He was like, I seen him. Boo this man.
Boo.
Yes, nigga. Yes. We've had this conversation. I'm Scarface. Duh.
I'm still not seeing what your problem with
George
Bob
is
Saget
Brian,
is.
and
Rest
you're
in
definitely
peace,
Thurgood.
No, you were Thurgood. I was Joker.
How am I Thurgood?
Nigga, that was what you said.
No. I said I was Scarface. Down to the T, I'm Scarface. Outside of, you know.
All right. I think I'm a little more Scarface than you, but all right. I'll be Thurgood. I'm more Scarface than Thurgood, especially compared to you, but okay.
But I have thrown
you nigga, you're Thurgood. I'm Scarface. He's Jim Brewer. What was the hippie dude?
Brian.
He's Brian. The guy's real name is Jim Brewer. He's a comedian too. Trump comedian, by the way. He sucks now. But yeah.
Whatever, nigga. Apple, you my only friend. Like you my only friend. You a Modelo. Like you're my only friends. and those of you that fuck with me from around the world. Global. Anyway, fuck Kanye West. Rest in peace, Bob Saget, I guess, even though I don't fuck with Full House. I think that's the way.
Nigga, was that your smoke? You just don't fuck with Full House?
Oh, no, he's just not funny. I just thought the fucking shit was
Shut
just wild.
Shut the fuck up.
I just thought that shit is not. I just thought the shit was wild. Like,
Shut
really?
up.
All y'all niggas affected by Bob Saget?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up. What did he do for you?
Nigga, what did anybody you love that died do for you? What did Nipsey do for you? What did he do for me?
Inspiration,
right,
motivation,
nigga.
focus,
as a comedian, what the fuck
grind.
you think he did for comedians, nigga? The fuck?
I'm not saying for comedians, nigga. You, motherfucker.
I'm using that as an example, nigga. That's what I'm saying.
You are not a comedian.
Right, you are not a rapper. Fuck.
It had nothing to do with rap.
It had nothing to do with comedy. It's about the person he was. Look at the tweet. Look at the type. I'm not
asking the Twitter or his tweet stream and shit. I'm asking you.
What was Bob Saget to me? He was a funny motherfucker. He seemed to be a very nice motherfucker. From what I hear about him, he seemed to be very gracious. Seemed to move like a motherfucker I'd want to meet, a motherfucker I'd want to learn from. Same way how Nipsey would be that for me with rap. That's why I use him as an example. What do you mean?
That's not the same thing. You gave me.
You talking about two influential motherfuckers.
You gave me what other people feel about him, the way you would feel, or that you should feel. Applying to that person.
I gave you how I feel about that person.
I felt about Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, I just told you how I feel about. I told you how I just feel about him. I can't tell you about how I feel a motherfucker I've never met past what they've influenced me on. Yes, Nipsey has influenced me more because there's more content to pull from that I relate to. Making a motherfucker laugh isn't that all the time. Sometimes being a funny motherfucker makes a motherfucker think you might be a good person. You might be a cool person. And I can't tell from a motherfucker that's ever met him in person say otherwise. I'm sure he had some fucked up things about him. Nigga talked about it, but fuck. It's like anybody else. What you talking about? Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
I have no relation to Bob Saget whatsoever.
Neither do I.
I did not watch Full House. I did not find any of his content funny. He's dead. Sorry. Hope the family enjoys, the ability to grieve successfully if they can, if motherfuckers don't just keep badgering them with over grieving.
I'm sure that's probably not an issue right now.
Please. As every motherfucking wish they was an Olsen twin MILF right now in San Francisco balling their
Olsen
ass
twins
off.
have to do with Bob Saget other than fucking Full House? Who was talking about the Olsen twins? Do you think the Olsen twins are getting fucking, I hope you for doing okay tweets because Bob Saget died?
No.
The fuck is you talking about?
I'm talking about the people who wish they was that little girl living in that house with Bob Saget.
Oh, well, nigga, that's millions of little girls.
That's what I'm saying. With those millions
Those
of
little
million of little girls now
I guess,
are 45-year-old women.
Not all of them, nigga. Fuller House just came out. Some of them are 19. Nigga. Some of them are 20. Some of them are 15.
They canceled that shit quickly. They canceled that shit quickly. It's not going to have that
if you love Full House, you're still watching Fuller House, nigga.
Fuller House is not going to have the same effect in it's Full House, nigga.
Yeah, no, it's not. But
just like this new generation of Degrassi isn't going to have the same effect that it did for us in our generation of Degrassi.
But you can go back and watch old things and love them.
Not going to have the same flavor, though.
Just because you don't watch something at the time it came out don't mean you don't love it.
We're trying but no, I agree with you. But we're, as a society, as a mass, are trying to distance ourselves from the past era. So you can love.
That ain't got shit to do with the show an individual motherfucker like or the shit that they consume that they like.
You right, but the social relevance of such things probably wouldn't be as relevant as to the modern times as the way shit's grown. as it was to that particular
What does
time.
that have to do with the little girls that liked whatever role Bob Saget played watching that, and then they daughters watching Full House because they liked it, and then them all watching Fuller House as a family liking it?
It didn't last, so not that many
What
people.
the fuck
was
does
lasting.
that have to do with it? It ain't got shit to do with the people that like the show.
It's a dude.
No, it don't. It got to do with Netflix. You can like the show and it still get canceled, nigga. How many Marvel shows have you talked about on this podcast that got canceled?
That was contractual. Something different.
Things don't get canceled because it's in the contract to get canceled. Things get canceled because they don't get views.
No, nigga.
What are you talking
You know
about?
why things got canceled with Marvel? Because
Luke Cage got canceled because it was garbage and nobody was watching it.
no, you look at the streaming numbers. You can Google them.
Yeah, for the time, weren't that great amongst
No.
Marvel TV shows.
They were greater than every Marvel TV show that
The
they had
Shield
out.
was out at the time. No, it wasn't.
It was.
Yeah, that was getting more views. It was honestly more accessible.
Because it was running on like as a live
think
show.
this
It was
shit- what
running
year
as a
did-
live show and through streaming at the same time.
What
yes,
year
it's
did
gonna
The
be more.
Punisher and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and all that come out?
15, 16, 17, and 18.
In that, well, I always thought that was stupid anyway, releasing that on Netflix and then trying to do all that.
But that's
weird
why
shit.
the shit and it
But-
goes. Because you
Yeah, but that's nigga. They didn't do all of them shows just to be like, all right, we gonna halt this shit. They didn't say they were halting
No,
it. They
there
said
was-
they were canceling it. And
there
then I
was-
think what they said they
there was
bringing
no
back
Disney-
Daredevil now just because of No Way Home. They only bringing back Daredevil because of No Way Home.
No, nigga, they not. The contract was
Yes.
up.
What, the contract to end the show?
No, they can't use because Netflix is the ones that sprung that show ran those characters. They can't use those characters until 2 years after the contractual obligation to end the show, the cancellation, came into play.
And
What-
they did that just to spark excitement for
This
the
is
show
this
or
is
for
the
the
ex-
character
this is the
to
exact-
restart the show.
This is the exact 3rd year since they canceled Daredevil. This is the 3rd year. So now you done seen him a year.
Okay, last year was the 2nd year. No Way Home came out into last year.
You was filming it, nigga.
So that's even earlier in that. That's 2021. You
So-
filming it. How are you using the
It's-
character?
As soon as you ended the fucking contract, you pretty
2020
much
you filming
brought Daredevil in to be in Spider-Man.
So that means
You only
the
needed to
thing
bring that
would've
nigga in for
Whenever
realistically
it
one
expired.
day.
Whenever it
like
expired.
for what he was in the movie for, you only needed to bring him in for one day.
Even
But the
to
point-
that,
but
you
the
don't
point-
get the series re-greenlit unless you see the impact the movie has. You're about to get a whole new season of Daredevil on Netflix
And
because of what No
and
Way
you-
Home
and
did.
You get Punisher.
What nobody
You
thinking
get
about?
Luke Cage. You get Jessica
They didn't
Jones.
they didn't greenlight all of those. They greenlit Daredevil, nigga, and I think Jessica Jones. That was it.
But you know they all depend on each other. They gonna redo Iron Fist. They already said they was gonna do that.
Leave that shit in the dust.
They didn't like the way I actually liked it.
I didn't like the movie with RZA, much less the fucking show.
That's not the same shit.
It's
But
not?
no,
I thought it was based off the same shit.
no,
The Man with the Iron Fist?
no.
Oh, I
You're
didn't
fucking
know.
shut up. All right,
I didn't know.
No,
I always thought the
nah,
shit with
you're
the
done.
RZA
You're
did,
done now.
it was
You're
connected.
done now. You're cooked.
I
You're
thought that was
cooked. You don't know
based
what the
off
fuck is
comic
going
book
on
shit.
now. Nah, nigga. No, it's not, nigga. No, it's not. No, it's not. How you feel about putting Tapatio in fucking condoms? How you feel about that?
I
God damn.
feel like it's a great move, especially when you walking around here telling the world that Kodak is a GOAT. I feel like that's type shit Kodak would do. I feel like that's type shit Aubrey would do. I feel like that's type shit I would do.
I feel like it's the type of shit I would do. Kodak is
Sometimes
not.
you gotta put
Kodak
Tapatio
is
in the
nowhere near
condom.
the GOAT. I think that shit was bullshit. I'm mad that he said that. I'm
Give it
appalled.
10 years.
No,
Let's see.
I don't want to give it no years. I don't want to give it no thought. I don't even want to think about it. As far as
I got a chart to tell you. You ain't got to think about it.
that shit trash.
Hmm.
I think there's a lot of idiots still.
Yeah, me too. But
Like
you know,
a lot of idiots.
you know, sometimes niggas have opinions.
Like that shit. No. But
I
yeah,
don't know.
shout out to Drake. And yeah, that bitch was looking stupid as hell. Like, yeah, you burned yourself, didn't you? You burned yourself trying to do some stupid shit.
This was my first thought. When you grabbed the baster, you just took the condom and tried to squeeze, whatever you did, nothing told you to like look or nothing. You just went straight. You didn't look or nothing to see like, oh, why is it orange?
No.
Like, nothing?
No.
Then you got that spicy sensation in your vagina.
No. Look,
wow.
Look. This is something I recommend towards to all men who are in that type of specific industry and you've already had one son. Just get snapped.
That you hid from the world.
If it wasn't for Pusha T. Hey. Don't be selfish. If it wasn't for Pusha T, who was the greatest guidance counselor of the year. I will say this. Drizzy. I agree with you. Shout it. You dirty.
The story goes, Drake was having relations.
Sometimes you have relations.
With, let's say, an Instagram person. And
salute.
Said Instagram person thought that she'd wander her way over to the garbage can after Drake beat that thing up and pulled the condom out the trash and, redeposit said deposit. And
don't say it like that. Redeposit, said deposit. Like, what the fuck?
And turns out Drake grabbed the Tapatio of the Franks before the bitch got to it. Well, and I want it to be Franks more than I want it to be Tapatio. So bad. Only because you could then ask a bitch, you got that Frank, huh?
Look.
Got that Frank burn going.
What's fucked up about
Get it? Because Frank's hot dogs. Frank is funny.
Shut
anyway.
What's funny about it is it's like, how you got the nerve to try and sue this nigga when you knew you was trying to trap this nigga and you fucking definitely lost.
Bitch, if you don't stop.
Well, you need to sit the fuck down somewhere, y'all.
He poured hot sauce in me. No, you poured it in yourself.
Hey, sometimes you got hit with that tapatio because you was wild and out of control.
See, that is the real question in all of this. What hot sauce does Drake use?
I'll use tapatio.
Burn will be
more. Burn will be more.
I want to think he's a Tapatio man myself.
But he got to go. I don't know what they doing in where he from, Toronto and shit. So, I
don't know what they do in Canada. Shout out to our Canadian listeners. I hope to be half Canadian one day. But
yeah, you the only nigga in this bitch that can tolerate the fucking penguins and the cold and polar bears and shit they got in there.
Hey, I'll take it. Anyway, I think that's the real thing. I want it to be Tapatio because I'm a Tapatio man. I feel like you want the same because you the same. I also feel like real niggas use Franks because every nigga that got a bottle of Tapatio, Hispanic or not, bless you, got a fucking bottle of Franks in there somewhere. So, sometimes that hot dog will burn you even from the grave. I don't know.
Is it when this happened? This is what I got from this, cause I seen the same conversation we having right now. Tapatio or Red Hot, Franks, and I'm seeing a bunch of different hot sauces and shit. I'm seeing Louisiana Tabasco. And I'm seeing a whole bunch of other shit.
It's another good one.
But I came down to this one conclusion through the whole Twitter feed and everything. I'm not a Louisiana Tabasco nigga. I'm not that nigga.
Think about it though.
I am a Tapatio or Frank's Red Hot's person.
Young
That's
Money.
It.
Young Money. Wayne done turned him on to the Old Bay if he wasn't already hip. So you know about that Louisiana.
I'm Rock Nation.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about who he didn't spend his time around.
I'm right, Nation.
And where his flavors may have turned. Maybe that nigga do got a bottle of Louisiana motherfucking Tabasco. Maybe he do got that.
I'm right, Nation.
If he got that in there, I feel like that burn might burn a little more than that Tapatio. Maybe.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Maybe.
Real Mexicans know how to make hot sauce.
Wherever you get it from, it's gonna burn. But R.I.P. to her vagina.
Fuck out of here. Let's get to that. Let that bitch breathe and let's get the fuck out of here. Cause yeah.
You don't want to talk about Snoop telling Shadrick to drop another album?
No, I have no desire.
Oh, that's so sad.
I look at
Shout out to Shadrick. Hashtag last one.
No, the fuck no. Shout out Shadrick on this podcast, nigga.
Hashtag last one.
Fuck out of here. There ain't gonna be a last one, nigga. We had the last one, nigga, and we was good with that.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Anyway, let that bitch breathe. Let's get the fuck out of here. Did you want to do the weekend? Could you listen to it?
Yeah, we can do the weekend.
Yeah, I'm down to hear your review on it.
How about this?
Yours.
How about this?
Yours.
How about this? You do two, I do two. Or no, we do one. I do one, you do one. Or two.
I got two.
Because I technically got two, but one of mine is yours.
The Gunna album?
No, I didn't hear that.
Or the Corday album?
I was going to say you could pick either one of those. I was going to
No,
say
I'm
the
just
one
saying,
we got together is the weekend one.
I didn't listen to the weekend one.
You didn't listen to it, you bitch? You didn't say that off air when you
I
asked
did.
me. No, you didn't. You asked me if I listened to it.
No, I said I should have listened to the weekend album instead of listening to the fucking Gunna album.
I didn't know.
That's why I said, like, you can go first. Like,
I
I really
missed
want to
that
know what
part.
you like.
Okay.
I trust what you gonna say
Okay.
about the weekend album because you give valid points about weekend type albums.
I guess. All right. Well, let me go to the album then. Yeah. All right. So
I don't
yeah,
trust
let's
your
do-
fat nigga rap outcome though. I don't trust that no more.
You said my who?
Your trust your fat nigga rappers outcomes and shit. I used to.
What does that mean? My fat nigga rapper outcomes.
Fat niggas you used to fuck with and shit. They used to be able to rap really well.
What fat niggas did I fuck with that can rap? What are you talking about?
Anytime some new Ross that like I had no idea drop, you knew that like that shit dropped like way before anybody on the planet we call Earth.
How?
Nigga, you was keeping me in touch with this for like a whole year and a half. Like, yo, you ain't heard this shit? And I'm like, no. All fat nigga rap.
I was probably just listening to a lot of Ross at the time.
And it led you to a lot of other fat niggas, but it's okay though.
What? All right. All right.
It's all right. It's all right, nigga.
That's just a wild thing to say. Like, I was, all right.
Every time Action Bronson dropped, nigga. Like, low key, I'm an Action Bronson
All right,
fan.
bro.
And you was like the first nigga that be like, yo, you heard that Action? I'm like, nigga, how'd you hear it? It dropped 7 minutes ago. How the fuck I had this shit in my library before I pre-ordered it. How did you
How
hear
did you
this?
already hear the whole album, nigga?
Nigga, you was telling me the difference between Just for Dolphins and White Bronco. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's not my fault you didn't know they was two different things.
I didn't know yet.
Those albums came out like a year apart.
I know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know. I was just like, yo.
I was listening to a lot of Bronson at the time. Shout out to Bronson. Fuck.
You put me up on the Bronson.
I probably did.
You did.
Hey, I'm busy Bronson. What you want? About that action like Master P with it, nigga. Anyway. Dawn FM. Let that bitch breathe. Is it on life support? Or is this motherfucker using oxygen like an action figure? Let's figure it out. Dawn FM. New album by the weekend just dropped. Believe it dropped. What? The day after, no, the day of the podcast last week. Oh, my bad. There you go. Sorry, sir. It's out. There you go. Lighter, you got one. Dawn FM. New album. You know, I've been waiting a long time for the weekend to do the weekend. I don't like it usually when he drops singles.
You wasn't pleased with the last album?
It was okay. I feel like
I was way better than Starboy.
It was, and I feel like how he felt, he got disrespected for it.
Anything anymore, bitch.
Oh. I feel like he got disrespected the way that I think he feels like he got disrespected to a degree.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
well, Grammys did anyway.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Streaming numbers,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, streaming numbers, the streets.
We know.
Yeah, we know what that is. You know what I mean.
But he, anytime a motherfucker can pull Jim Carrey out of his DMT riddled cave, where I assume he just licks the walls all day.
He does artwork and painting.
Exactly.
Put some respect on Jim Carrey's name.
I am. I think he would find that very respectable.
He looks just like the art teacher today that would teach high school that you would not respect and you would skip his class.
He looks like a high Bob Ross, nigga.
He does. Do you like painting
Bob
trees,
Ross
nigga?
On acid, nigga.
You like painting trees, nigga?
Yeah.
Do you like painting trees, nigga? On accident.
He said on acid. Oh, okay. Whatever. Well, maybe it is on accident.
I smoke trees. That's what I do. Do you like painting trees?
You can smoke them and paint them. And be tripping. Balls. Anyway.
Continue.
Anytime you get Jim Carrey out of his DMT riddled cave, I think something shifts in the universe that makes things just a little more peaceful than they were before he decided to leave.
Jim Carrey?
Yeah. So I think it's always a good thing when he leaves that cave. And somehow, the weekend, I'm assuming with cocaine, acid, and white women, got him outside of this cave.
He had the busy starter pack.
He got Quincy Jones, too. That's the exclusive busy startup pack. I can't even get Quincy, nigga, and I'm busy.
That nigga had the platinum busy starter pack.
Yeah, the platinum shit, nigga. I'm busy and I can't get that shit.
You can't.
Nigga, look. Anytime you can get this nigga to do something for you, he thinks, he's rocking with you. I don't know where. I'd assume it's from your region. I don't know where the weekend is buying this cocaine from, but it is good. This nigga, if Michael Jackson lived long enough to have a cocaine problem, if he beat fentanyl, and still got Quincy Jones. This album's fucking dope, man. This is what I'm saying.
All I'm saying is, hold up. 6 years from now, when they finally get the episode of this in Colombia and shit, they're gonna stamp some brick with TM2M on it, and
I'm fine with that.
No, I'm not fine with that.
we not funding it. They doing their thing.
We are going to get a knock
Mickey
on the
Mouse
door by
stamps
the
and
FBI.
do it too. You think Walt is fucking offended?
He's not a real person. We are.
Well, Walt is dead.
We're not.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
Griselda would be proud.
She would be.
So that counts for something.
Yeah, we'll celebrate later. I'm like, it's a celebratory thing, but yo, if I'm in a meeting, like, yo, we about to pitch this like $150 million deal real fast, and subpoena, shit. There you go, 130 million just walked out of the door. It don't even matter if we finish now. It don't even matter.
You're right.
It don't even matter. Subpoena. Why? Bricks with your name on it.
We can explain that away.
Not in the moment.
Not in the moment,
That
but
130
we'll be able
million
to.
gone.
Maybe it might take a year, but we'll be able to explain it. Look, either way. Look,
I'm just saying.
Look. Check out
I'm trying to
FM.
buy the Denver Nuggets in 15 years. Like, I'm serious.
I don't think the Denver
I'm
Nuggets
serious.
are selling the niggas.
Oh no, you can get into the NBA as a nigga. You know, the NFL is a whole different story.
Yeah, but I mean, selling the team to a random nigga.
I have to conquer the world as a Denver Nuggets owner before I can buy the Denver Broncos. Then I can be more powerful than Diddy. That's the only way. That's the only way.
I feel that. And if your quest is to be more powerful than Diddy, I feel like that's a good starting point to catch up.
Oh no, I'm not.
Because I feel like in 15 years, he'll probably own a whole team already.
No,
So,
they're
who knows?
in the NFL. No, they're not letting Diddy.
Well, not in the NFL. No.
No.
He'll probably fucking buy a hockey team or something. Diddy's weird. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
like I said, Jim Carrey is on the album. Quincy Jones is on the album. It's a weekend album.
How
I
much
don't know
cocaine
if-
do you recommend through the album?
0, because it feels like it while you listen to it.
Mm.
If you have ever done cocaine before, you know what I mean when I say what I just said earlier.
Ooh, make you go numb.
Meaning, like, you know, if Michael Jackson had a cocaine problem, this is the album we would have eventually got. If Michael Jackson had
Mike
a
with a cocaine problem would have had the
after
best
Thriller.
album of all time, and I'm a Prince fan.
If Michael, it was Thriller, it was Bad. After Bad, if Michael Jackson had a cocaine problem after the Bad album, this is the album we would have got.
Off the wall, Thriller, and Bad.
Yeah, but this would be after Bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. In between, I don't even think we would have got Invincible because his coke problem would have had to been crazy.
Oh.
We probably would have lost him to coke instead of fentanyl.
Ooh.
Or whatever it was.
Invincible coked out Michael Jackson. That shit would have been crazy. Early 2000s coked out.
Bruh.
Woo.
So look, we got
And you're still getting some good breaks in.
We got Jim starting it off. We got first couple tracks. The first standout track, How Do I Make You Love Me? I don't know if it's the Weeknd being a Scorpio or myself being a Scorpio. Maybe it's something in the stars and the universe. Maybe it's just cocaine.
How you so anti-OVO then?
Maybe it's just crazy niggas. Let me finish. I'm not anti-OVO. I'm just anti anything that's anti-able.
So
Anyway.
So you Jesus, it's okay. All right.
Anyway.
All right.
This nigga somehow seems to write things that
Resonate with your soul?
every time.
Every time.
And I don't know how or why.
It's
I don't
the
have a
same
coke
women.
problem. I dream of doing a lot of cocaine one day, but I don't want a coke problem, you know. I want to just be able to do a mountain of it for fun, you know. But it's another world.
Hold up. Do you think that Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak have coke problems?
I think they
creatively use cocaine.
I was going to say, I think they know the balance of creativity.
And
if you
Bruno
get what I
Mars,
mean.
you can tell his whole to keep up with Bruno Mars and be a stage band that he is at. I've seen the footage. You at least doing a kilo before you go on stage. At least.
A kilo's a lot.
Between everybody?
That's not that many.
Have
people
you
on
seen
stage.
how much movement them niggas do on stage in one song? One nigga.
You're right. I think that might be.
And you up there for a whole hour, maybe 2.
I feel like Bruno is one of them niggas that found a way to detox in like 5 hours though.
Nah,
Like he's got some special detox system.
nah,
It purges his body of cocaine and alcohol every 24 hours.
nah.
He just, like,
He
sits in
is
a
the
chair
one
for a
that
minute.
introduced Anderson .Paak
Chills.
to the great cocaine that gave us
Hawaiian cocaine is different.
Ventura.
Hawaiian cocaine is different.
Whatever gave us Ventura, whatever that is, what Anderson .Paak is doing, that's been after he linked up with Bruno Mars, and that's all I'm saying.
I feel that.
Ventura was great. Oxnard was ass. But
Yeah.
besides the point.
Yeah, like I said, How Do I Make You Love Me? It's a standout track. I think he somehow taps into certain shit with when it comes to niggas that like that type of thing where it's a very dark disco R&B I want you but I hate you type feel to the music. I like that type of shit. I think a lot of niggas like that type of shit. It leads right into a song called
Drink Lean. Drink Lean.
Doing coke. No, you can't drink lean to this.
No lean. No lean.
You know what? Don't do both to it. Pick one.
No.
You got to pick one.
Pick one on a regular day. No, pick one on a regular day.
Well, you don't know what niggas' habits are.
Fam.
We're not encouraging it.
Fam. All I'm saying is don't pick up some shit that was to speed your heart rate up and then gonna slow it down at the same time. Nah, that don't. I'm no doctor, but I don't think that seems like it's supposed to happen. For safety reasons. That's me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
that's me. That's me. That actually got my heart rate going a little bit because that. Be safe out there. Shout out to Tax.
But yeah, it goes into a song called "Take My Breath" and the change is seamless. Like most of the album, Quincy Jones has a little story he tells on there before it takes you into a very, I think, the most Michael Jackson sounding track, which is Out of Time. It sounds like immediately when you turn it on, you go, wow, this nigga really sounds like Michael Jackson. And you go, wow, Quincy Jones really wants another Michael Jackson to produce. Because he made that nigga sound, you know how his voice is already kind of there?
I heard a version.
He made it sound like
I used to have a version
nigga.
of Dirty Diana that was covered by The Weeknd.
Yeah, it's another good example.
Yeah, on the phone that I had years ago, maybe like 7 years ago, when you had the MP3 downloads.
Yeah.
And like I had a friend of mine that was listening to the song. He's a big Michael Jackson fan. He was like, why does this shit sound so much better, like remastered? And I'm like, that's not Mike, that's The Weeknd. And that nigga was like, no. I'm like, yeah. The Weeknd can do his thing, bro. Like, he ain't no joke. He ain't no joke.
He be finding weird.
Starboy was ass, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It's not that it was ass. I feel like that was his first version of After Hours.
That was your booty meat.
That was the
After Hours was great.
That was look. Starboy was PG-13.
I've done rails and listened to After Hours. That album was great.
Listen, Starboy was PG-13. After Hours is rated R.
It was definitely rated R.
Like, in terms of, like, if we gonna rate it, like, as a movie type shit, and them shits do play out like movies, I feel like he was going for the same thing on the Grammys.
A third of that album is Triple X. You know it is. You know it is. You know. A third? Good third.
Nah.
Not the whole bitch. A third of them shits, though?
Nah.
About 4 or 5 of them Jones. For real.
I don't know. Real. I wasn't a fan of Starboy. But anyway, like I was saying.
I'm just saying. Like a third of them.
Speaking of things I'm not a fan of either, Tyler's on the album. Not a big fan of Tyler. But got a song on there.
Wait, hold on. Did he produce a record? The record that
he's
is
rapping.
On? Did he produce a record that he's on though?
Let me see. Let us see. He did not.
Okay.
So he's just rapping.
Continue.
Here we go again. Like I said, not a big Tyler fan, but nigga is doing his thing on there. I feel like for what The Weeknd used him for the meaning, like the concept of the song, I liked what he gave it.
Did he have a verse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was more so, it was like the hook in the bridge.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of a verse, but anyway. My favorite song on the album, there's a song in between called Best Friends, Best Friends. The whole album is good, but I'm giving you what stands out. Is There Someone Else? My personal favorite. I had that shit on replay. That one.
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, that one is a banger, nigga. Another one, strong Michael Jackson feel, but it gives you more of a. Like I said, that's one of the ones you could drink. If you was gonna drink lean to the album, I'd say turn that on.
I feel that.
Motherfucking Every Angel Is Terrifying is dope. Don't Break My Heart is dope. Lil Wayne is on the album.
I'm gonna listen to it on the way back.
Another good verse that was, I think, tailor made to what The Weeknd was trying to do. Didn't necessarily fit. Because when you hear it, it's almost like But it's like, when I say it's like, you know how Wayne is like out of pocket sometimes? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like an out of pocket feel, but by the end of the verse, he kind of gets it together. It's a good verse, but he kind of gets it together at the end of it. But the other standout, other than the Is There Someone Else, is the Phantom Regrets, which is the end of the album by Jim Carrey. It's a whole poem by the nigga. Like, I think it's maybe 2.5, 3 minutes long. Got Weeknd ad-libbing the shit in the background. Fucking crazy. Brought me to tears. Not gonna lie.
Oh my God.
It's a great poem. I was drinking too.
Yo, George.
But it was
me a tissue from the bathroom, please. Thank you.
It ended up being all around one of them albums I think that could walk out of the hospital and be breathing on its own like a motherfucker.
So
boy
A
got
plus,
snot hanging out his nose.
So A plus, huh?
Huh?
So A plus then, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, A minus.
A minus. All right, that's tolerable though. You know what I mean? That's definitely breathing.
I feel like A plus is hard. A plus, you gotta be damn near. You gotta be perfect. You gotta be perfect to get an A plus.
I feel that.
Bitch got 9 blunts blowing out of 10.
Oh, 9 blunts.
9 blunts blowing out of 10.
Hey,
full smoke session.
All right. I'm with it. So, I'm gonna go with my first one. I'm gonna go with something positive, and it's the first project that I listened all the way through of, formerly known as YB and Corday, now known as just Corday. And I'm gonna keep it a real trill bill. The only reason I even listened to this album, and shout out to LA Leakers, was because I saw his LA Leakers freestyle snippet on they feed on my Twitter. And I actually liked it. I was like, oh shit. It's not just the shit that he did with Nas and Freddie Gibbs that he was dope on. All right. So I listened to the whole about 11, 12 minute video. Freestyle, go in. Wait for the album. Pre-order it, actually. Listen to it. Bird's eye view. And you know how I'm very critical about every time at the top of the year where it's like niggas really don't want to release no albums.
No shit.
Press play, nigga.
We on. We back. Fucking mic dropped out.
Ayy.
Anyway, you can't stand niggas that don't drop albums. Why?
Everybody seemed timid. And I understand why motherfuckers seem timid. I understood it when Rick Ross dropped Rather You Than Me at the top of the year when he dropped that album. And then you had Damn, and you had Logic's first mainstream album. And then you had 444. Like you had so much that followed that year that you forgot to realize, like, damn, Rick did drop a really, really fire project at the beginning of the year. By the time you get to December, it's like, you forgot.
No, I was still listening to the album.
I agree. I was there too.
I
But
listened to the album.
by, I would say,
whole year.
August of that year, you stop hearing people refer to Rather You Than Me as one of the better albums of the year.
Yeah, it
because
stopped about the summertime.
Yeah, because it came so early.
Yeah, I think M dropped that year too.
Same thing for, I think maybe it was last year. So Help Me God. No, it was the end of the year before. It was end of 2020 for 2 Chainz. So Help Me God. I feel like that was a really, really, really great album coming off of
I think that was better than
Rapper Go to the League.
I think that was better than
It
that.
was.
And I like Rapper Go to the League, but it was more like, I feel like it was more like personal songs. Like it was more so like his heartfelt.
Yeah,
like,
but I actually
personal
like that shit.
Yeah,
I like that
it
shit
too,
from Chainz.
But it's like not a lot of 2 Chainz replay value for 2 Chainz. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But So Help Me God had a lot of that shit. And I thought that shit was real banger, but even I forgot by like June. That's something like that whole album even happened.
The gray area. Gray area is still hard.
Like in my head, I completely skip all of that shit and I go right back to Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like that was not the last, you know what I mean, John.
And then you think about how long ago that was.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
You know what I mean? So when it came down to someone like Corday, I feel like he's one of those type of people that has something to prove. To himself. Not to anybody else. Not to me. Not to my co-host. Not to anybody that's listening. He has something to prove to himself.
That shit was hard.
His LA Leakers freestyle was hard.
The singles I've heard him on prior to this album, I haven't heard the album, but the freestyle was hard, and the verses I've heard him do prior to this album, and the singles I've heard him do prior to this album, all been crazy.
I heard a lot of features,
I had
and
Super
I
on
have
replay for a
nothing
minute.
bad to say about any
Is Super
features.
on the album?
Super?
I had Super on replay for a minute. I don't know what that's on, but I had that on replay for a minute.
Let's
But
see.
cut up on that shit.
Super. I don't think so. Yeah. It's track 3.
He cut up
Yeah.
on that shit.
Like I listened to it twice. I wasn't looking at the album songs, but I liked the initial flow of the entire album, start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going into this like I'm gonna keep it real with the listeners. I ain't listened to a whole Corday project before at all.
He only this is his second one, wasn't it?
He had an EP that he dropped sometime last year
That was his first real album.
that I put on my my library, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to this when I get the chance, because I heard that the verse he did with Nas and Freddie Gibbs. I'm like, I gotta listen to this nigga shit.
That shit was hard.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta listen to this young nigga shit. I didn't get around to it before the album dropped, or at least before I saw the LA Leakers,
My
which
mom liked that
was
song. I just thought about that. Life is like dice.
Yeah, life is
My
like a
mom
dice
liked that
game.
shit.
It's fire.
Yeah.
And he had the first verse, and he held his own with Gibbs and Nas. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna listen to it. The EP, because I think it was just a 3-pack, 3 or 4-pack. Didn't get around to it. It's in my library. Hear the LA Leakers. He snapped for 10, 11 minutes straight. I'm like, yo, I gotta give young nigga his respect. 24, dropping bars the way he dropping them. I gotta give him respect. I at least gotta listen to it. Listen to the album, start to finish. Your man's Marshall Bruce Mathers III is on it.
I have heard.
I'm just giving you just one little highlight for you. I'm just saying for me, start to finish.
Don't you? All right, come on. I already know what you're about to say. Stop it.
This young nigga
Stop it. Already stop it.
got a lot to motherfucking say. And the way he say it, I respect it. It's not simple. It's heartfelt. I would say the last younger nigga than us that I felt the bars with what you was saying was Pop Smoke. Like I felt what you was saying. Like everything that you said, you meant that shit. Right. And I'm cool with that. Because it shows a lot of mature, like on one of the tracks he says, I dropped the YBN in my name because nigga, we ain't on that shit. Not we ain't on that shit, we ain't on it. We wasn't making no money off the YBN shit. So yeah, like I'm gonna make some money for what my name is, what I'm doing. I could still contribute to the hood. I could still be an effort to my community, which shows me like the niggas that you around. He name drops a lot of niggas through the album. You getting some game from a lot of smart niggas, and you applying that shit.
I thought you was going somewhere else with that. You saying he was on a song with Eminem. I thought you were going left field.
I will say with the song with Eminem, it's the one song that I knew Eminem was gonna be on, cause like when I listened to it without listening to song per track. Right. When the music stops, that's when I know I'm at the end of the album. And I'm listening to it, and I know because from the track list, I see him on it. I listen to it, and I'm like, as soon as the beat comes on, I'm like, oh, this is the Eminem song. I'm playing 2K. I'm like, oh, this is the one. And I'm listening to it. I actually paused it because I fucked up. Closed out the my Apple Music app, so I had to reopen it and restart the fucking verse again to listen to it from start to finish the first time. And I was really I was impressed from what he brought to the track, what M brought to the track. And this is what I will give to the bail of Eminem. I had 2 conversations with actually white people today. Oh, well, not today, but this week. They grew up in their preteen ages of when M was at his height. And they were white kids. And they hate Eminem today. Like, oh, I don't want to hear him rap about how much he hates his mom. Woo, woo, woo. And I had these conversations. I actually felt like you a little bit. I channeled the inner you. And I was like, what was the last thing you've heard? What is your relation to the music? What made you like it? What made you dislike it? Where is your opinion on it? Like, you don't just have a trash or diss trash opinion on somebody based on, I heard like 3 songs they trash. Or I heard 3 songs I like 2, I don't like 1, really bad. And it's like, yeah, but you can have that opinion, but do I trust your opinion to make any sense? But do you also have any sense in your opinion is also the question. Like me and you've had musical debates and conversations like we had on the show. You may get something different today or in general, and I'm just giving this example. It's not the debate over. That you get from Kanye that I don't. But I get from a whole different perspective that Sci-Hi contributes to it. So it's like, you may be Kanye super hype, but I'm like, I understand where you at, but you wouldn't be that hype if it wasn't for this. So we can have that conversation all day, every day. We ain't got to agree on that. But motherfuckers don't really understand why they do or dislike certain people. You know what I mean? Like that's really like, oh shit. I don't know why I don't. Like, the last thing I heard was from that person in 2004. Well, it's 2022, right? like shit has changed. If that person's still making music, shit has changed. Would you really think that Ozzy Osbourne would have been doing a song with Post Malone and Travis Scott and the shit be fire? I think it would be fire because of my music background. But if you were just an Ozzy fan,
that song is fire, by the way,
bro. But if you were just an Ozzy fan, you'd be like, what the fuck? If you were just a Trav fan, what the fuck? If you just a Post Malone fan, you probably be like, it could be great, it could be not.
I feel like if you were Trav or a Post Malone fan, you probably dabbled in a little bit of Ozzy.
Everybody,
you're not a fan of Post Malone and Travis without knowing some Ozzy Osbourne.
Everybody who's like, sure. I love the Rage.
They're too closely linked.
If you love the Iron Man theme song, guess who that is? Ozzy.
Yeah,
it's Black Sabbath. But that's just me. Anyway, Corday's album, I would say from start to finish, is a lot of content, is a lot of substance in it. It's a lot of heart in it. Heart for me goes a long way as far as an album, especially when you're a young bull. Because how much you expose or at least indulge in exposing at the earlier point in time in your music discography, if you get the heavy shit off in the beginning, the music you make further on can't be repetitive, because it's like, all right, if you acknowledge the problems you acknowledge or the traumas that you acknowledge, you can't keep doing it, because that makes you corny. That puts you in a logic box to me. You're like, I'm black, I'm white, I'm white. Like you can't do that. But
suicide isn't okay.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit. But when you're in a Corday box where you can really, really spit this shit, and there's so many different types of verses by different producers, and he holds his own through all the features, I was really surprised. Like, from top to bottom, really surprised. And it's coming from somebody young. Like, Corday, G Herbo, I put them in the same box of like, yo, y'all niggas young, but y'all niggas know what the fuck y'all doing. Like, y'all, like, it's not just, oh yeah, I'm signed to Empire, I'm signed to 300, I'm signed to wherever. Y'all niggas know what y'all next step is after this contract. And that's what I think is dope. I think that's like honoring the Black Kings. You feel me? So, all in all, from this album right now, I give Corday's album A-. There's maybe one or two tracks where I'm a little iffy on, but I may have to live with it a little longer. But it's an A- right now from the top of the year. I think that if you are a listener, go listen to Corday's album. From a bird's eye view, there's a lot of heart, there's a lot of soul in it. If you love hip hop, you fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? It's real words spit into beats from the soul, and I fuck with that. Yeah.
I mean, I gotta check it out, but like
I recommend it. I I think you like that shit. I think
I would too, because everything I've heard from the nigga I like.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard nothing. Everything I've heard from him I like. I haven't seen one thing he's done that hasn't been lyrical or musical to the degree that I appreciate.
But I will say, for the last Let That Bitch Breathe before we get out of here, I was in no way impressed at all, in love with, impressed with. It didn't make my Jose or Ortega senses tingle. It didn't make my dick hard. Nothing.
He's saying it's hot diarrhea, folks.
I'm gonna be a little harsh.
Hello Tushy ain't gonna help you with that shit.
And the only reason I'm gonna be a little harsh is because I'm a Skinny Suge fan, even though I'm North End home. So I'm gonna review. Was it Drip Season 2?
Drip Season Forever.
Drip Season Forever.
Get it right, nigga.
Fuck out of here. Anyway, Gunna's album
Drippy, nigga.
for that he just
Tis
released.
the season, nigga.
Nah, and here's my thing. The last episode we came in here in, I was like, dog, why does everybody hate Freddie Gibbs? Like, this nigga's been on a good 4-year run. I remember when myself said, like, you know what? Rick Ross, Joey Badass, and Logic, and this was 2017, had some of the, and this before Damn came out, had the best albums of the year at that point. I tweeted this.
Right.
Freddie by Freddie Gibbs just came out. Some nigga out of nowhere tweeted me and was like, so you ain't heard the last Freddie Gibbs album? And I was like, no, I haven't actually. Like, for real. He sent me a motherfucking Love and Hip Hop like meme and shit. And I'm like, oh shit. I guess I should listen to this album. Like, if it's that good and I'm getting dissed, and I really have never listened to Freddie Gibbs past TM103, the one feature that he had on that bitch. All right, let me check it out. So I go listen to Freddie. I don't like the first song. I like every track after that. So I'm like, all right, shit. Let me listen to You Only Live Twice. Oh shit, that shit fire. That shit fire. Let me listen to Bandana with Madlib. Oh shit, that shit fire too. Okay,
we get it. Freddie Gibbs is fire.
Yeah, that nigga can actually rap. Okay, cool. I understand like where mans was coming from. Freddie was actually better than Logic's album. In that same sense, Freddie, Joey Badass, Rick Ross, still in the same batch. You just push Logic out.
Right.
But I was a Logic fan at the time. You understand. You know what I'm saying? You understand.
Yeah. So
I look at all this fucking Freddie Gibbs slander, and I say, all right, if you dissing, you gotta be better than the nigga that you dissing, right?
All right, we're back. Motherfucking mic cut out again. But no, you don't have to
be better than the niggas you dissing.
You don't.
All right. So you make a fool out of yourself.
No.
Just
that's
like
just
Coulson.
not your style of rap.
Just like Coulson. All right. Check it.
In that case, you do make a fool.
I'm about to say, check it. You cannot like Freddie Gibbs as much as you don't want to.
Right. You
can have your opinion. You can say, oh, I don't like this one rapper. I can like this rapper. I can like this R&B artist, whatever. You have that choice.
Right.
No one is saying you don't have that choice. But the deal to me is this. You can say like, oh, I don't like Freddie Gibbs, I like Gunna. Yeah, two different classes of music. Two completely different classes.
Not even arguably, I don't even think those two groups of people talk to each other.
No.
They see each other in the same places, but they don't talk to each other.
I'm about to say, like, one is street lyricist, like, that's, you know what I'm saying, that street gospel. One is a younger, melodic street flow. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna call it trap.
That's being generous.
So, you have these two completely different dynamics. And it's like, all right, you can... Oh, I don't fuck with Freddie Gibbs, that nigga telling fibs. Like, all right, cool. You say what you want to say.
What do niggas keep saying he's fibbing about?
I don't give a fuck what Gunna say he fibbing about.
No, because he's saying the same shit that Hack and everybody else saying he lying about or whatever, I guess.
You can check his paperwork.
No, it's not about the paperwork. It's some shit about his family is friends with the DA or some shit like that. And that's how he got around on his case without talking because it's a family thing or some shit like that. That's what I keep hearing. It's like a family thing or something. Like Freddie Gibbs' family knows some higher up law enforcement people that
his brother is a doctor. His oldest brother is a doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So who knows? All I'm saying is that nigga moved what he moved. He did what he did. And he's held down what he's held down. The beef that he has with Jim Jones, I believe that shit's some real shit. That's some continuous shit.
I think that's as real as his beef with Ack is. I think that Ack beef is real.
Yeah, I think the Ack beef
really
is
don't
real.
like that nigga, and I think Freddie really want to fight that nigga.
I think I think
Freddie Gibbs is petty.
I even think the Jeezy beef is real. But I think Jeezy is like I've been saying this shit since the start of this podcast where we was on this, I guess, Jeezy new wave or his new wave. That nigga on a completely different type of time. He having, you know what I'm saying? He expecting his new kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, or just had his new kid. He with his lady, you know what I mean? He fucking bike riding and fucking leotards through the fucking coast of France and shit. Like, he's not on that gangster shit time at all no more. Like, that's not what he on. He like, yo, let's make $1 billion. Like, I seen what a brick could do. Like, a brick can get me a lot, but $1 billion can get me more. Me doing what I'm doing can get me more. So the beef that they have is like, all right, we don't like each other, but neither one of us are in the position where we want to pop off about some shit. Because that costs us money. We know that. Gibbs know that. Jeezy know that. Down to Jim Jones don't give a fuck. Harlem Jim Jones don't give a goddamn.
Any nigga kiss his mama in the mouth and brush
he don't care
after he get his hair braided.
He don't care.
Come outside with the wino beard.
He don't care. He don't care. It's a like you don't like. I don't like you. If I see you, I'm popping on.
No, but for real though, Jim Jones would probably smack the fuck out of us. He probably smack fire out of motherfucker, and they be like, "Why do you hit that hard?" Like,
I forgot to start this whole let this bitch breathe off with a scripture from the book of Pop Off, and because that nigga will pop off every time, guaranteed. It's not a guess. It is what it is.
Weatherman, it's about to get hot in this bitch.
It's about to pop off. So, yeah, like, Jim Jones ain't that nigga where you just like, all right, yeah, nigga, we got some money. Like, that nigga ain't gonna pop off like that. We don't like, nah, he gonna pop off. Which happened. I said on a previous podcast, Act shouldn't be talking. Because you know you don't want that smoke. Them gangsters
Ack clearly wants that smoke.
Fam.
Ack wants to fight Freddie Gibbs.
Fam.
Ack wants to fight Freddie Gibbs. For sure, he wants to fight him.
He don't know what the fuck he getting himself into, and I'm not.
Fight with
and I'm not.
I think he wants to square up with Freddie Gibbs.
This is not me giving extra knuckles to Freddie Gibbs. This is me saying like, yo, stay where your ass is. Stay where your ass is. Straight up. I've been that nigga where it's like, yo, you might not want to come down to the block because, yeah, what you did yesterday, yeah, it's a little hot. And I still show up. I'm that guy. It's like, all right, if it's hot because of me, I'm going to be out here if something do pop off. Because it's because of what?
You know what I think is funny?
That's me. That's me, what I'm connected to. Ack ain't cut like that.
You know what I think is funny? We got into this conversation in the Let That Bitch Breathe segment about a Gunna album. So that tells me right there how much you like this Gunna album.
No. This Gunna album
the pivot has been so hard. Like,
this Gunna album led me to think about a lot of things in a certain way. because I let off last week. Why does
The
people...
cover was cold. I'll give him that.
It was.
The cover was cold as fuck.
It's not better than A Bird's Eye View by Kodak, but I would say
I ain't see the cover for that.
you should. But the cover is cold. But what I would say is from it, and this what the problem was, I guess I would say it like this. The lead in for me listening to Gunna's album was...
How do I fuck up my day today?
Captain, like, look, and like, good morning, Michael. Good morning, Mike. How you doing? So how do I fuck up the captain's day today? Ooh, I don't know. Looky there.
Is that a Gunna album?
Let's just drive a Gunna album across the street and leave the dead bodies all over the street. And as I would say, like, look, they was dead before we ran over them. Like, no! No. You motherfuckers, like, drove over these motherfuckers in Dan Marino's stolen motherfucking Cadillac that he was test driving over this Gunna album. And guess what? I Mike Lowry the fuck over them goddamn songs. And I'm telling you, you cannot, under any circumstance, pick the beef and say, like, nah, the best thing of Freddie Gibbs' career. Like I said, I'm going to say it's time and time again. This is not me cutting beef for Freddie Gibbs. But you cannot say, like, this is going to be the best thing that's going to happen to his career. And you drop a subpar album that isn't even semi-quasi equivalent to You Only Live Twice. Which isn't even on par with Freddie. Which isn't even semi on par with fucking Alfredo. That's bullshit. That's what I will say about it. I'm going to say right now, in my own essence, that I'm going to give Gunna's album a D+.
That's not a good grade. Last time I remember,
I'm not going to give the breakdown that Corday or The Weeknd that we gave.
Oh, it doesn't deserve that.
They don't deserve that.
No,
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be 100. I'm going to give 8 more than 92 on this shit. And I'm going to say Gunna album is a D+. I will say it is absolute trash.
What's keeping it from F?
What's keeping it from F? 2 songs. That's it. 2 songs.
Because I heard one that I did like, so I'll give you that.
2 songs. That's it. You can't come with nothing less than a classic when you have Alfredo. I don't give a fuck if you like it. I don't give a fuck if Uncle Murder like it. I don't give a fuck if 50 Cent like it. You can't come with nothing less than that than a classic, meaning if you strike a beef with somebody that has a classic, arguably has 2.
I think Gunna fans would say he has a classic.
Gunna
fans would say Gunna has a classic.
A classic.
I think Gunna fans would tell you that Gunna has at least one classic. I don't know what it is or what it's called, but I'm sure he has multiple projects, and I'm pretty sure there is a Gunna fan. If you
unbiased, no.
What's Gunna's classic
unbiased,
project?
no
What's his best
reach.
shit?
Unbiased, no reach. Freddie Gibbs at this point has 3. Unbiased, no reach.
Well, I'm not, skilled in the lore of Gunna, so I don't know.
Unbiased, no reach. I can say Alfredo, Freddie,
I can give him 2
and
for
Bandana.
Sure. I was gonna say I can give him 2 for sure.
And I love You Only Live Twice. I'm saying that that's my 4th as a personal preference.
Right.
But I'm saying no reach, he got 3. 3 right now. If you only got 1.
I mean, that's arguable. Like I said, you have to add that's the debate for you and a Gunna fan.
I'm just saying. D+. I'm in no way impressed. I listened to half of Roddy Ricch album.
How was that?
It wasn't bad. Melodic, as I expected, but I'm not expecting nothing else out of.
Right.
But it was pretty good from what I heard.
Good.
It wasn't bad. What I do see
bad,
is Gunna is a son of Future, who is a son of Wayne. But with the Future verse that he did have in the last Future album I heard,
I think that was the song I liked.
I about to say Future had a verse.
Yeah,
Future had a verse.
The song I liked on there.
Like Future had one of the most mature verses on the shit. So
He's probably the oldest nigga on the album. So
I think so.
Probably.
No, Wayne's on the album. But Wayne
older than Future?
Yes. Wayne's verse is fire.
How old is Future?
Not as old as Wayne.
They both 38.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure.
Nah, I don't think so.
How old is Future? Hey Siri, how old is Future?
She don't even know.
Future is 38 years old.
How old is Wayne?
Hey Siri, how old is Lil Wayne? Hey Siri, how old is Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne is 39 years old.
See?
Hey.
Close.
Hey, when one nigga's older.
You right.
All right.
You still,
Yeah. Anyway, Wayne is older. But Wayne and Future's verses on the Gunna album are better. Like, they actually bring...
I believe it.
Those are the better songs. I told you when I came in here, it's a 70-30.
They grandfathered his
It's
style.
it's a 70-30. And when you actually hear... Bro, it blew my mind when Future came on and how clear his the engineering was done for his verse. I was like, I can hear
Future?
I'm like, I can hear every word you're saying, and it makes so much better to the song.
He wanted to be heard.
Wow. Wow. Like, you do so much better for this song than anybody else ever could. Wow. Anyway.
I don't know.
Also, what I got from that album takes it to the D+. I still hate Young Thug. He doesn't help.
Jeffrey.
That nigga does not help. And my only recommendation for all that Gunna's gonna do in his future is get Griselda tracks and House of Spades tracks, because that's the only way you gonna survive. That's it.
I wouldn't even give him that much. Anyway.
You don't think you could rap Gunna to a hit as a feature? Like, you featured on his track.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely make a Gunna track better, for sure.
So, and you gonna tell me that Conway can't, Benny can't, Westside can't?
No, that's not what I was saying.
38 Special can't.
That's not what I was saying. I was saying I didn't want to. I don't think they would want to either.
I don't think they want to neither. But what I'm saying is, like, that's the only way. That's the only way you keep going.
Maybe
Otherwise,
George would.
Otherwise, you end up being Pump. You end up being Zan. You end up becoming all those rappers that are tattooed in the face that look like George but aren't.
Well, no, I would give. I don't know. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I don't know if I would give him that. So I don't know. I think Gunna, he got to produce. Maybe we're just not in tune. I think that's a possibility.
No, I listen to it with a naked eye. Like I listen with the point of like it's not gonna get all the way to me.
Let me finish. Maybe we just not in tune, but also maybe it's just bad music. Time will tell.
It's bad. It's bad.
I think we're more in tune than it is good music. You know what I mean?
One day there's gonna be a time when what we remember playing at the cookout was 20 years from now, funk music. But 20 years from now, it's going to be Lollipop. It's not going to be Gunna.
I don't want to be at no barbecue 20 years from now where they playing Lollipop.
It's going to be there. It's going to be from your generation. Our generation.
The aux, nigga. Past the aux. Yeah, it's our generation.
It's our
Lollipop come on at the barbecue.
Man,
past the aux.
Nah, I mean, it's going to be there. It's going to be there. It's going to be there. I'm agree with you. Past the aux. Past the aux. But it's going to be there. But episode 188, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, House of Space Media. We are in this bitch now. We are out this bitch. We've argued about music. We've argued about Kanye like we always love us to do. We've argued about George being fired 1 million times, and he sleep right now. So what do you think we should do? Yeah, another enjoyable time. We will be back next week because there ain't no holiday. We in this bitch, and then we out.
Yitty.